This November, no matter the outcome, we will elect our 47th chief executive. But first, we're going to take a look back at how the presidents became president. This is your countdown to 47. We've now reached His Excellency, John Tyler. Prior to becoming the 10th president, Tyler had an active early political career. He served in the House of Representatives, was elected the governor of Virginia, and was later elected to the U.S. Senate. Despite his disdain for President Andrew Jackson, Tyler became an ally to the president in his opposition to the National Bank. Tyler eventually resigned from the Senate and joined the Whig Party in their opposition to Jackson and his supporters. In the election of 1836, Tyler was a vice presidential candidate, but ultimately lost to Martin Van Buren's presidential ticket. After the Panic of 1837, the Whig Party saw their best chance for the high office. William Henry Harrison received the nomination, and Tyler was chosen as the vice presidential nominee to balance their party's ticket. After the whirlwind campaign of 1840, Tippecanoe and Tyler won in an electoral landslide. Tyler was sworn in as vice president in March of 1841. He returned to his home in Virginia, not expecting to return to Washington until the Senate convened that June, but something unexpected happened. President Harrison had developed pneumonia and died only 1 month into his term. A constitutional crisis ensued. Article 2 of the U.S. Constitution at the time specified only that upon the president's death, resignation, or his inability to serve, the vice president would act as president. It was unclear what would happen next. Tyler objected to the notion of being the acting president. He claimed the full powers of the office now belonged to him. This set the precedent that the vice president would fully become the president and serve out the remainder of the existing term. While we take this notion for granted now, it wasn't until Tyler that this became clear. Once Tyler established his presidential authority, he quickly made enemies in his own party. He battled the Whigs in Congress on the issue of the National Bank. He was subsequently expelled from his party. Tyler was also the first president who had articles of impeachment introduced against him, although that resolution failed. President Tyler's biggest policy push would be for the annexation of Texas, but he was repeatedly foiled by Congress. Once he was convinced of James K. Polk's support for the annexation of Texas, John Tyler would drop out of the presidential race, the first incumbent president to not seek re-election. John Tyler served as President of the United States from 1841 to 1845. I'm Eric George for Valley News Live, and this has been your countdown to 47.